And here an example is the viticulture. It's a new market here out locally, right, in our region. And so you have all, young and old going into these programs, 2-year programs, provided by community colleges. The Public Safety Academy that is coming to our, to the Lompoc campus is going to be, a big driver in our local economy. I mean, we're all counting on it right now, and every single candidate is going to be telling you this, that it will provide, a lot of revenue for the city in the form of all the families, including the police officers and firefighters that are coming to get trained. There's going to be a lot of the stuff around it, graduation parties and families and uniforms and diplomas and, little kind of local economy type of thing. The Public Safety Academy is, it's a huge investment. I mean, and I don't know exactly the dollar amount, but it is going to be a state-of-the-art training facility. There's going to be a, high-speed racetrack where police officers get to, turn over their cars or something, whatever, I'm joking. But, and then there's going to be buildings that are going to be burned continuously, and somehow, this is all built into the sense that they can be burned many times. And actually, I went through the whole, somebody explained, well, actually, I think it was actually both chiefs that came to the council and gave us a presentation on it. But but that's a long thing.
But that's 2013, which
isn't
so far away, and we need to start planning now to really capitalize.
Right.
On that.
So what does the city need to do? Okay. So everybody says, okay, the city needs to make sure that we're going to capture the businesses that are going to come around the Public Safety Academy. So what is it that the city needs to do? First of all, it needs to put itself on the map. And what I mean by that, we need to have a better website. We need to our website needs to tell the whole world that Lompoc will be the home of the Public Safety Academy. We need to get pictures going. We need to get testimonies from police officers and firefighters to say, this is a great thing, it's what is happening. We need to talk to the stakeholders around, the hotel owners, the restaurant owners, small businesses that need to cater to this need that is going to be coming up, in 2013. So I think it's just going to take a lot of talking about it, but not just talking about it. It's kind of say, come up with concrete ideas. What kind of business do we need to open? A uniform factory, or not, if it is not a factory, which probably won't, but a uniform store. Where is that business owner that can get the capital? Maybe the city needs to change a little bit their loans, that is not just for facade improvement, but maybe a loan for capital equipment, for building inventory.
Providing the economic development revolving loans.
Yes,
for that program.
Exactly. Provide it in such a way that some business owner here in town that does not have the money to get a business started can get a low-interest loan from the city that is going to be toward opening a uniform store, because all of those police officers and all of those firefighters are going to need uniforms.
And also other types of programs that could complement that, such as the crisis communications certification system.
Right.
That would be
absolutely. So then, so we don't stop at just certifying, police officers and firefighters. We built around that, and it comes, the crisis communications center. And there's got to be myself being a chemist, I can think of many vocational programs where there's going to be some level of training that is a 2-year training toward hazmat abatement, toward actually education, the exposures that firefighters have, or anybody, not just a firefighter, but if you're in a fire, what kind of exposure do you get? Is there any kind of safety, additional safety things that you can do? There's got to be a level of education that is just not, training the firefighter, but around that. So anyway, there is a lot to do on around the public safety, around Allen Hancock. But then, there's got to be more than that. I mean, this is the public sector. I mean, this is the public safety, cluster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's got to be another cluster. Now, the viticulture cluster, unfortunately for me, is in Santa Maria. It's not in Lompoc. If we could get the viticulture, cluster to come to Lompoc, I mean, from the Allen Hancocks.
Well, one of their most popular courses is offered in Lompoc, and that's the one about sensory evaluation, which is offered both fall and spring semester with Doug Braun, and it's awesome. I took it, and I tell you, there's more people that have been in Lompoc in the whole county. In fact, people come from, I think, even all the way from Los Angeles to take some of these courses. But the one thing that we could also offer at our Allen Hancock College location is some vineyard property.
Sure. So
it seems like there's some growth opportunities, and they've already got a vineyard in Santa Maria, but as they want to expand, and there's a lot of. So I think at the end of the day, we might see more activity coming to Lompoc in that area. Especially as we, maybe Lompoc could be the area for growing the hospitality sector.
I was just going to say that. I mean, let's leave the viticulture. It's already established where it is if we have to. But let's build around hospitality. And what hospitality really is can we get a commercial kitchen where, the bakers and all, again, all of those small business owners or people that are going into small businesses that do not have the capital money to start a business, if they can share a commercial kitchen. So, and that kind of thing. And built around that, you get the culinary arts, and then you get the restaurant management, the hotel management, and the whole concept of hospitality. How do you treat your customers? What kind of customer service do you supply? Which goes with what I started talking about, which was let's build the image of Lompoc. Lompoc has, a very poor image inside and outside, and one of the negative things about the image is that, it's back in time, it's back 30, 20, 50 years ago, small hick town kind of stuff. Having a hospitality industry that, people are professionally trained in how to deal with tourism, I think it would be a huge asset for Lompoc. Really a big asset.
Well, and what's exciting is I understand that the Lompoc High School District is already moving forward with some vocational training types of activities with some kind of a commercial kitchen in the high school. So that's a good breeding ground to get students interested. Now the next step, the college, and
well, and
then the next big Wolfgang Puck. It goes to Lompoc.
But what is interesting about this kind of thing wasn't happening even 20 years ago. So it's kind of exciting to be part of a society that is actually changing this fast. I mean, and I find that really interesting. And why are we changing that fast? Because our needs are changing. I mean, look at what has happened to our world in the last 5 years. The economy in this country collapsed everywhere. Mm-hmm. Jobs went elsewhere. We have to do something. And we are reinventing ourselves all the time. Mm-hmm. And who would have known that you would be thinking about a vocational program in high school? Okay, or who would have known that there are 2-year programs where people actually can get retrained or trained and, do jobs that didn't exist before, because all the jobs have gone away. So we need to invent new jobs. And I think that's happening. Slowly, but it's happening. So it's actually really quite an interesting time to live in. Are we done? No?
That's a good place to stop.